Hey guys, what's up? How are you guys doing today? Good Thursday evening for you. My stream, once again, is delayed, I think. It says that I am offline. There you go. There you go. Welcome back. How are you? Michael, Binta, South Carolina. Wow, we have a user. We have an user which name is South Carolina. What part of South Carolina are you at? I am in Charlotte. So if you happen to drop by Charlotte anytime soon, please let me know. Bayshore, New York, Yardi Unrestricted. Awesome, guys. So welcome back. What a day we had today, huh? Unbelievable. Nashville. There you go. Dallas. Osama Bueni. Celebrity News Trap. Jason Connor. How are you guys doing? Good. Okay. So let me ask you something. And for those maybe newies out there that doesn't know the work that I am doing on Discord. So every one of you knows about my Discord channel, right? On our server. Really? So you guys know, right? Today, take a look at what happened today, guys. We cocked the low of the trading session to the, I'm not going to say to the penny, but almost to the penny, guys. Take a look. So this is my Discord channel. And for those who doesn't know the work that I am doing on our server, I usually post a pre-market commentary at around 8:30 a.m., 8:20 a.m. And once the trading session opens, I am narrating the trading session for you guys. And I am calling out, as I usually say, bulls and strikes. I am calling out levels of interest in the case of the SPY, of the ETF of the S&P 500. So today I posted, guys, at 9:24 a.m. You know, the futures were collapsing, going down and stuff. I told you this. Take a look at the time. 9:24 a.m. I told you they are going to bounce the tape at some point. I was right about this, right? Then take a look at what I posted at 9:30 a.m., guys, with the indices going lower, with the indices going down. I told you guys at this time, $497.80 is, in my opinion, a potential spot for a bounce. Then I posted at 10:03 a.m. test at $497.80. Let's see. What was the low of the day today in the case of the SPY, guys? Does any one of you know what was the low of the day? Was anyone of you able to trade the tape today in the SPY thanks to the call out that I am telling you guys about? Take a look at this 1 day, 1 minute chart of the SPY, guys. Take a look at the low of the day. 497.60, guys. 497.50, we can say. I told you. Take a look at this, guys. Before the trading session opened, they are going to bounce the tape at some point. Because everyone was freaking out, guys. I can tell you because, you know, you guys know that I live stream for the guys of my Patreon in Spanish. So you don't need to sign up for my service. You guys are super good on Chris Saint's Discord. So I noticed everyone was freaking out, guys, at around 9:20, 9:25 a.m. Oh, we're going down and we are going to retest the low of last week. And I told you, take a look at the time, 9:24 a.m. They are going to bounce a tape at some point. And then I told you that, in my opinion, 497.80 was a potential spot for a bounce. And that's exactly what happened, guys. So take a look at this post, 10:03 a.m. I told you, test at 497.80. Let's see. Let's take a look at what happened at 10 a.m. Take a look, guys. So the low was hit at 497.50 at 10:03 a.m.
And then it was, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it was a rocket ride to the upside, because it was not it was not a parabolic move to the upside, because we saw some back and forth. But this was the low of the day, and once I told you that I was expecting a bounce from 497.80, we saw a rally into the closing bell of almost 1.20%. So very good job, guys, today. And as the trading session was going on, I was pointing out other levels of interest that if the bulls were able to consolidate above those levels, they could keep going higher. And that's exactly what happened today, guys. So if you are not familiar with the work that I am doing on Discord, keep an eye on my Discord channel, guys. I am really making a big effort in order to talk you guys through every single trading session. And well, I would say that most of my callouts are spot on. Sometimes I post stuff that doesn't work out. Obviously, no one is 100% accurate in this business, but it was a great day, no doubt about it. Great day. And if we take a look at the closing of the indices, guys, take a look. This doesn't tell what happened today. So for anyone, guys, that didn't see the price action that went on today from 9:30 a.m. until 4 p.m., so if someone just takes a look at the way that the indices closed today, with the Russell 2000 down 0.72%, the Nasdaq going down 0.64%, the Dow going down almost 1%, and the S&P 500 going down 0.46%. So anyone that sees this information but that couldn't pay attention to the trading session would think that today the market had a terrible day and stuff like that. But take a look at the comeback that we saw today in the case of the bulls. Impressive. And obviously, Microsoft and Google just posted, I would say, jaw-dropping earnings after hours, and the SPY is flying, guys. Take a look at this. So the SPY is up after hours. How much? Almost 1%. Take a look, guys. Let me pull up here a 5-day, 5-minute chart. So the whole push to the downside that we saw yesterday since the trading session closed until the low of today's trading session was absolutely reversed to the upside. But mind you, there is a catch over here. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I warned you guys about this situation, we have this, whatever this thing is. This is another bullshit inflation report coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But in the case of the core PCE price index, guys, this is supposed to be the favorite inflation gauge of the Federal Reserve. So you guys can tell that this report is very likely to be moving the tape pre-market. It comes out at 8:30 a.m. So, the bears want to see this report super overheated and way above the estimate. And the bulls would like to see the, whatever this is, core PCE price index report coming out as expected or maybe lower than expected. If we happen to see tomorrow this report coming out better than expected, with the two earnings reports that just posted Microsoft and Google, oh my God, this is going to be, I think that we might see tomorrow a solid rally in the case of the SPY. So you need to keep an eye on this tomorrow. When it comes to my pre-market commentary that I usually post at around 8:20 a.m., 8:15 a.m., tomorrow is going to be posted later than usual, because I am going to be waiting for this report to come out before I'm letting you guys know what are the levels of interest that we need to keep an eye in the case that we need to keep an eye on in the case of the SPY. So that being said, guys, when it comes to the SPY, if the bulls can recapture tomorrow the 20-day moving average near 500, let's round it up, $511. Watch out. We have, I would say that more likely than not, higher prices coming up for the SPY. But you don't need to you don't need to worry about the SPY. You just need to check on my Discord channel tomorrow, and I am going to be calling balls and strikes once again. Okay. Let me see. So please drop a comment down below. Let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over. Please let me know. I trade the SPY every day from your comments in Discord. Awesome, Michael. So Michael, Gerardy, Mecca, Stevenson, G-Class, welcome guys. Worship Therapy with Ian Brown. Take a look at that name, guys. Jason Connor, Black Page, Abgudis, Osama. Who else is over here? So, okay, Michael. So, Kiko Stocks. Hola, chamo. What's up, bro? Abbv, AMD, Roblox. There you go. Let's go over some stocks, okay? No problem. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look. Let's get this party started. Let's take a look at Abbv. I haven't taken a look at Abbv in quite some time. I think that they are about to post earnings, right? Yeah, they are posting earnings when? When is it? They are posting earnings on the 26th. So tomorrow, right? Yeah, this is pre-market, right? Yeah, before Market Central. Let me see, Abbv. What's expected move in the case of Abbv, guys? Let me take a look. Abbv. So they post earnings tomorrow. Let me see. We have an expected move of 4.7% pre-market. So if that were the case, guys, if Abbv goes either, up or down 4.7%, you guys are looking at, let me see, you guys are looking at $8. That's for the most part the expected move of the expected move of Abbv, ABBV. I mean, I can break it down from a technical standpoint for you, but obviously the stock is going to be affected by the reaction of the markets because of the earnings report that comes out tomorrow. Okay, so the stock is trading as of now above the 200 and the 100-day moving average. The bulls, let me see, they closed below. No, I take that back. So Abbv lost today to the downside, both the 5 and the 100-day moving average. It is trading as of now below the 20-day moving average, this pink line that you guys can see over here. This 20-day moving average has been acting as a tough resistance for Abbv, guys. Take a look. So on the bulls of Abbv weren't able to burst above the 20-day moving average back on April 23rd, so 2 days ago. And they also failed at bursting above the 20-day moving average on 2 occasions back in early April. So this moving average has turned into a nightmare for the bulls of Abbv. So ideally, you want to see Abbv consolidating above this 20-day moving average. So consolidating above $170. If that were the case, there is room up to, let me see, if that were the case, you have room up to a previous support at $173. $173 happens to be a previous support back from mid-February. So this could be a potential trade on Abbv, but I mean, since this stock is posting earnings tomorrow pre-market, we don't know what prices Abbv going to be trading at when the trading session opens. So I don't know if you happen to see any process of consolidation above this 20-day moving average. So above, say, $169, $170, this could be signaling that we have higher prices coming up for Abbv. Let me take a look at the market structure of Abbv. Okay, I don't have the. Let me pull up here quickly, guys. My market structure edge website. Hold on for a second, so we can take a look at the demand and the supply of all the stocks that you guys are asking about. Alrighty, there it is. ABBV. So this is a website, guys, that I use in order to visualize, in order to spot potential imbalances between the demand and the supply. The demand, buyers, and the supply, or when I say supply, I am talking about sellers. And take a look at the market structure of Abbv, guys. What you guys can see on top of this chart, this is the demand, so buyers, and at the bottom, the supply. In this case, we have the demand rising or starting to rise after having dropped a lot, And the supplier sellers, the supply is starting to go down little by little. So this is an encouraging market structure that makes me believe that any process of consolidation of Abbv above 170 bucks is bullish behavior. And if I take a look, let me see if I can see any meaningful AV-WAPs, anchored value weighted average price lines in the case of Abbv. I don't have any AV-WAPs over here right now. Okay, and this is the all-time high of Abbv. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let me display over here, guys, an AV-WAP from the all-time highs of Abbv. And take a look. Okay, take a look. So this AV-WAP, anchored value weighted average price line, that comes from the all-time highs of Abbv, which was hit back in mid-March at 182 bucks, tells me that the buyers that started positions on Abbv since the stock of this company hit an all-time highs back in mid-March. So these market participants, as of now, have an average price of $173. So we can, for the most part, make a case over here that above $173, we didn't have any important levels of overhead supply. So we didn't have any important levels of overhead resistance above $173. So any process of consolidation of Abbv above 170, 173, bullish behavior, and that could be signaling that we have higher prices coming up for Abbv. There you go. Thanks for going. There you go. Okay. Google beat earnings. Yeah, the report of Google was jaw-dropping, guys. I don't find any other explanation for that. For real. Unbelievable. It was an unbelievable report. How higher can Google go from now on, guys? Because it is trading at all-time highs. But that doesn't imply that Google can't keep going higher from the current all-time highs, you know? It was an unbelievable report. They announced a dividend for the first time ever. They beat across the board. It was an insane report for real. And mind you, guys, the expected move in the case of Google was $10. The stock is trading after hours like 20 bucks. It's up like 20 bucks after hours. So that lets you know that the report was phenomenal. Okay, Palantir. Let me take a look at the Messi of AI, guys. This stock has been getting killed. Yep, 100%, but Palantir went up today 0.56%, and it closed the trading session at $21.71. A very choppy technical short, but take a look, guys. So Palantir has dropped from its most recent 52-week high 20%. So we have seen a lot of profit taking over here. This is very obvious. But take a look, guys. Palantir started to drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. And take a look at the spot at which the bulls were able to find support at. None other than the 100-day moving average. This blue line that you guys can see over here. The 100 DMA. So we had a successful test of the 100 DMA. We can actually make a case that we had two successful tests of the 100-day moving average. Take a look. So the stock was going down, 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 down. We had a first successful test of the 100-day moving average. It was working to the downside, but the bulls were able to pretty much right away recapture it. So Palantir went up. It found resistance right at the 20-day moving average, this pink line that you guys can see over here. It went down again, and we saw a second successful test of the 100-day moving average. So this is a very clear area of demand for shares of Palantir. The stock bounced back up, and as of today's close, the bulls of Palantir were able to recapture the 5-day moving average, this white line that you guys can see over here, but also the 20-day moving average, this pink line that I am signaling, that I am pointing, that I am pointing out with my mouse over here. Okay, so let me draw a line over here. I can make a case similar to the case that I just made in the case of Abbv. Any process of consolidation, guys, above this 20-day moving average, that, by the way, coincides with two previous areas of resistance, because Palantir failed right at this level, guys, 22 bucks, back on April 17. So then they failed at 22 bucks, coinciding with the 20-day moving average. That was yesterday. And today, this 20-day moving average tried to act once again as resistance, but the bulls, at least after hours, are trading above this level. So keep an eye, for the most part, guys, at $22.40. If Palantir can consolidate above that level, we have a potential gap to the upside up to a previous area of support at $23.40. $23.43 acted as support back in mid-March, and also it acted as support back in early March. What if we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it over here? Say that we open a position on Palantir with call options or shares or whatever it is, say at $22.40. And if this setup happens to play out, so from $22.50 with Palantir bouncing back up to $23.64-ish, which is the level of support, or the area of previous support that I just told you guys about. This could represent a 5.37% profit rate. Nothing to sneeze at, guys. So if we zoom out, guys, the fact that we are seeing over here lower highs and lower lows is not encouraging, obviously. But if Palantir happens to consolidate above the level that I just told you guys about, $22.50-ish, it is going to be trading once again above all the moving averages that at least I use, the 20, the 5, the 100, and the 200-day moving average. And at the same time, it is going to be making a brand new a brand new higher high. So that is bullish behavior, and that could be signaling that we have $23.60-ish maybe in the cards coming up for Palantir. Let me take a look at the market structure of PLTR. Let me see. So buyers and sellers. And again, guys, and I always tell you this, because when I go live for you, I am already super tired. Okay, I am not making any excuses for any mistakes that I could be making, for any mistake that I could make while I am streaming for you guys. But you know that I live stream throughout the whole training session since from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. in some cases. So when I go live for you guys, I am super tired. And well, my ability to speak and stuff like that and, break down stocks has decreased a bit. So if you happen to notice any mistakes here and there, I do apologize for that. Okay, in the case of the market structure of Palantir, it doesn't look good, guys. Take a look. The demand is going down and the supply is rising and above the level of the demand. So in this case, I don't see an imbalance from a market structure standpoint between buyers and sellers that actually favors the buyers. So I would be very careful here with Palantir, guys. This stock is a no touch below $22.40 approximately. Let me take a look at Abbv. You guys know that I love Abbv. I think, guys, and I respect most of the technical indicators that anyone could use. I think that the Abbv is the best technical indicator that we have available. Okay, let me see. Yeah, take a look, guys. This Abbv, this white line that you guys can see over here, is an Abbv that I displayed from Palantir's last earnings report. And over here, we have an average price of $23. So $23 is very obviously, guys, a potential level of overhead supply of resistance for Palantir. Why? Well, because over here, we can make the case that we have a bunch of buyers trapped. And as of now, having unrealized losses on Palantir, because they started positions on Palantir from its last earnings report. They have been averaging in those positions, and as of now, they are losing money because Palantir has been going down since pretty much early March. So ideally, in order to go long Palantir, I would like to see this stock not only trading above the 20-day moving average, which I just told you guys about, and that is signaling as of now $22.60-ish, but I would also like to see Palantir trading above $23, so a bit higher. So Palantir consolidating above $23, I think that would be a green light in order to start the position in the case of PLTR. Okay. Hey, Maurice, you are in Winston-Salem. So we are like, what, 2 hours apart from each other? Whenever you want to drop by Charlotte, let me know, bro. Send me a DM and we can grab some beers and talk about the markets and some other stuff. Which one did you use? SMA? Let me see. What times? No, I don't use neither exponential moving averages nor simple moving averages. The moving averages that I use are daily moving averages, daily SMAs. Okay, so the difference between the moving averages that I use relative to those moving averages that you are talking about is that these moving averages signal the same levels regardless of the time frame. Okay, so the 200. Let me show you an example. Over here, I have a 4-hour chart of Palantir. Take a look at the price that the 100-day moving average is signaling, guys. $20.68 on a 4-hour chart. If I pull up here the daily, take a look at the price. $20.60. So my moving averages show the same price regardless of the time frame. That's why, in my opinion, they work better than the EMAs and the SMAs. Because in the case of a daily moving average, regardless of the time frame, I know that I have a lot of market participants looking at the same prices, regardless of the time frame. But I mean, if you guys, but mind you guys, if you use EMAs or SMAs or whatever, simple moving averages or exponential moving averages, and those moving averages work out well for you, just keep using it. Okay, you don't need to use or to necessarily use the moving averages or technical indicators that other people use. Whatever works out for you, keep using them. Okay, what else do we have here? 181.95 for Google. I think that Google has more room to the upside, guys. The report was insane. Bank of America, back. Guys, this is something that is really killing the bears. The performance of the financial sector. The bears cannot wrap their head around this, because you know that the bears are calling out. They are calling out a recession and the economy is going to crash, and we have a lot of commercial real estate loans that are going to go south, and we have a bunch of bank failures coming up and stuff like that. And if the net aggregate opinion of the markets were thinking about a potential recession that we don't know if is actually going to happen or not, how can you explain Bank of America trading at, I think, is this an all-time high? No, it isn't, right? No, it is not an all-time high, but Bank of America is trading pretty much at a brand new 52-week high. How can we explain this, guys? If we are heading to a recession, that could happen, mind you. A recession can happen at any time, but this is something that is really killing the bears. Why are banks going higher and killing it if the economy is doing super poorly, Okay, Bank of America went down today 1% and it closed the trading session at $37.91. This is a very good looking chart, guys, above the upward sloping 200 DMA, upward sloping 100 DMA, upward sloping 5 DMA, also above the 20-day moving average. So nothing wrong with this chart. The trend is your friend until she throws your shed out the window. But I don't know. I would say, guys, that if Bank of America is able to consolidate above this upward sloping 5-day moving average, we have higher prices coming up, guys. And this is a slow stack. So say that Bank of America consolidates above $38, which is, by the way, a previous resistance back from early April. So say we see a process of consolidation above $38. We have a first potential gap up to $38.50. This is the most recent 52-week high of Bank of America, from $38 up to $38.50. This could represent a 1.58% profit rate. But what happens if Bank of America happens to break out from the most recent 52-week high? So let's say that Bank of America can burst above $38.50. So let me pull up here a major time frame. No, this one doesn't work. Let me see. What could be the next gap over here, guys? I don't know. Let me see. Maybe $42, guys. If the financial sector keeps going higher, and I don't know, nothing wrong happens with the markets. If you guys know that, I just told you that tomorrow we have this bullshit core PCE report coming out that is gonna tell us that the year-over-year inflation is sitting at 2.6%. That's bullshit. We all know that. But say that if the markets keep going higher and stuff like that, and nothing unexpected happens, if Bank of America can burst above $38.50, the next important gap to the upside would be $42.60. So this could be a what? This is a 10% potential, let's say, potential gap to the upside, guys. Let's see what happens, guys. Let me take a look at the market structure of Bank of America. Let's see. There you go. Back. What do we have here? Let me see. Take a look. The demand is rising. But at the same time, the supply is also rising and way above the level of the demand. So this implies, this market structure chart tells us that in both minor and major time frames, we have more sellers than buyers as of now, despite the fact this stock is in a very clear uptrend. So I would be careful here, guys. The fact that the supply is rising, but at the same time we can see over here, we can visualize an upward sloping 5-day moving average and Bank of America trading above all the moving averages. I would be careful, because if this 5-day moving average happens to be broken to the downside, say $38.50, we could be about to see some sort of profit taking that could bring Bank of America down to, say, $37. So be careful, because the supply is rising, and at the same time the demand is going down. So the demand is going down. Sorry, the demand is going higher. I'm tired, guys. The demand is going up, but at the same time the supply is also going up, but the level of the supply is way above the level of the demand. So I would be careful and only start the trade to the upside here if this 5-day moving average happens to be held as support near, as I just said, $37.80. If I take a look at VWAPs in the case of Bank of America, while I take a sip of 7-Up, let me see, what do we have here? Alrighty. So, okay, take a look at all of these VWAPs, guys. I have an VWAP that comes from, this is not the all-time high, as I just saw. So we have a previous 52-week high of Bank of America that was hit back in February of 2022, as you guys can see over here. There you go. So these market participants, or the market participants that started positions on Bank of America stock back in February of 2022, so as of now, they have an average price of $33. They are sitting on super nice gains, and this bank just posted earnings. Let me take a look. Let me display an VWAP since the last earnings report of Bank of America. And over here, we have an average price of $36. So long story short, guys, when it comes to potential buyers trapped at levels above the current price of Bank of America, we cannot make a case saying that we have a lot of important areas of overhead supply above the current price of Bank of America. So, if in the case that the financial sector keeps going higher, if Bank of America takes out or bursts above $38.50, as I just told you guys, its most recent 52-week high, we could see this bank climbing up to this other gap to the upside that I just told you guys about, $42.83, okay? So the only awareness that I would put on the table here would be the fact that we have the supply rising as well as the demand, but the level of the supply is way above the level of the demand. So we could that could be signaling that we could see some sort of profit taking over here. So I would keep an eye on this upward sloping 5-day moving average near $37.80. There you go. What else do we have here, guys? I have a lot of requests from you guys. AMD. Let's go over AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Let me see. And semiconductor stocks, all of them should be flying after hours, mostly because Microsoft posted a very good earnings report. So AMD went up today 1.33% and it closed the trading session at $153.76. So not a good looking chart, guys. Take a look. The perfect definition of a downtrend. Lower highs and lower lows. Okay? The 100-day moving average was broken to the downside. Not a good sign. And the very last line of defense for the bulls over here is none other than this upward sloping 200-day moving average. If AMD happens to break this 200-day moving average to the downside, this is good night, Irene, for the bulls of AMD. But today, the bulls were able to recapture this downward sloping 5-day moving average. So this is encouraging. This is signaling in the right direction. But take a look, guys, at how we can visualize over here the convergence of the 20-day moving average, which happens to be downward sloping, and the 100 DMA, which happens to be upward sloping. So ideally, in my opinion, I would wait for AMD to burst above the convergence of these two moving averages near $164. And by doing so, we're going to be able to see at the same time the 5-day moving average starting to upward slope. That would be very positive, guys. So if I happen to see AMD consolidating above $164-ish, and at the same time the 5-day moving average, this white line that you guys can see over here, starting to upward slope, that would be a very encouraging, signal for the bulls. From the perspective that they are starting to regain control of AMD. So this would be the trade that I would be thinking of in the case of AMD, guys. In my opinion, and from a technical standpoint, a no touch below $165 approximately. Let me take a look at the market structure of Advanced Micro Devices. 5:19 a.m. AMD. What do we have here? Let's see. Wow, take a look, guys. This is terrible. I mean, the demand, there is no demand, guys. Take a look at how we can reconcile this market structure chart with the technical chart of AMD. Take a look. So AMD is trading as of now, guys, as of today's close, it is trading 31% of its all-time highs. Unbelievable. This was a crash. This stock crashed. And take a look at how let's say that the decline of the stock has been very constant when it comes to the price action. And when we take a look at the market structure of AMD, take a look. Buyers are nowhere to be found. So we need to see more strength from the buyers before starting a position over here. We can also make a case over here that the supply is going down and it is below average. When I say average, I am talking about this dotted line that you guys can see over here. So there are no buyers, but the supply is going down. This could be signaling that we are seeing, in the case of AMD, some sort of seller's exhaustion. Too much selling just went on in the case of AMD. That is positive, but I still need to see the 5-day moving average starting to rise. And at the same time, ideally, I would like to see AMD bursting above the convergence of these two moving averages, the 20 and the 100, near $164. Let me take a look. Let me pull up here some AVWAPs. In the case of AMD, let's see AMD Advanced Micro Devices. And what do we have here, guys? So, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of buyers trapped over here, guys. We have buyers trapped all over the place. So any process of recovery, any meaningful process of recovery of AMD is going to be a painful one, guys. We're going to see a lot of pullbacks. We have a lot of buyers trapped all over the place. So take a look at this AVWAP, this anchor volume weighted average price line that comes from the all-time highs of AMD. Average price over here for those market participants, $176. These guys are losing a lot of money. And take a look at this blue line over here. This AVWAP, this one comes from the first trading session of this year when AMD was trading at $135. So these market participants, as of now, have an average price, or the market participants that started positions on AMD since the beginning of this year, they are trapped at $172. And I have told you these guys on multiple occasions. From a psychological standpoint, when you're losing money on any given position, if that stock happens to bounce back up and hits your cost average, most people simply close the position. Most people do that because it is painful, guys, to see an unrealized loss. So, yeah, we have a lot of buyers trapped over here. So any process of recovery of AMD is going to be a painful one. But that doesn't imply, guys, that we can take a short-term trade, say with AMD consolidating above $164. If that were the case, we have another potential gap up to a former support at $172. $172 happens to be a previous support back from mid-March. So from 164 up to, say, 174, this could represent easily a 5% profit trade. Nothing to sneeze at. There you go. Nvda. So buying a put on AMD is a good buy. Okay, say that AMD breaks this 5-day moving average to the downside, and you guys see the semiconductor ETF SMH going down. Yes, $150 could be a short over here. And mind you, guys, all of the technical analysis that I am telling you guys about today depends on the core PCE tomorrow. I can make a case that since Alphabet, since Google posted a jaw-dropping report tomorrow, if the core PCE happens to come out super, overheated and stuff like that, and inflation is getting out of control, and the 10-year treasury yield, goes up to 5% and stuff like that, if that were to happen, all the technical analysis that I am telling you guys about, forget it. We're going down. Except maybe for Alphabet, because they posted a jaw-dropping report. But in regular market conditions, we could see AMD going up to $165. But regardless of the core PCE or regardless of whatever the markets do as a whole, if you guys happen to see AMD breaking $150 to the downside with SMH, with the semiconductor ETF and Nvda going down and SMCI going down, then yeah, this could easily be a short, guys, down to this upward sloping 200-day moving average near $136 approximately. Tessie. No, I haven't gone over Tessie. Yeah, let's go over Tessie. Okay. What a horrendous, guys, earnings report Tesla posted. And mind you, guys, let's see how long this bounce can last, because they are buying puts left and right in the case of Tesla. This is usually the hottest table on the casino. When I talk about the options market, I say the big casino, and they are buying puts left and right, guys. So I'm still a bit skeptical about this bounce, but at the end of the day, we are just going to keep an eye on the technicals. So take a look at what is going on in the case of Tessie. We have a downward sloping 200-day moving average, downward sloping 100 DMA. Remember, the slope of a moving average is super important, guys. When you guys see any moving average, it doesn't matter if you use exponential or simple moving averages, whatever. If a moving average is downward sloping and we have a stock trading below a downward sloping moving average, that implies that that moving average is putting pressure to the downside. So that's bearish in and of itself, okay? But in minor time frames over here, we can make a case for the bulls because they have made a lot of progress since Tesla posted its earnings report, its most recent earnings report back on Tuesday. So take a look. The 5-day moving average is starting to rise. So this is positive in minor time frames. And the 20-day moving average is downward sloping, which isn't positive, but the bulls were able to burst above the 20-day moving average today, no problem. And obviously after hours, Tesla is also, benefiting from the bullish price action that we are seeing thanks to the earnings reports of Alphabet and Microsoft. So in this case, what could be coming up for Tessie? So the next important area of resistance or level of resistance is going to be $178. At $178, Tesla failed back on, take a look. So Tesla has failed at $178 on 4 occasions recently. It failed at this level back in mid-March, also back in late March, also back in early April, and we could maybe be about to see another retest of $178. We'll see what happens over here. I think that since this is a very well-defined level or previous level of resistance, we are going to have a lot of market participants trying to fade the rally at $178. So be careful and be mindful about this potential area of resistance. But say that Tessie tomorrow's opens, or let's say that we see some sort of retracement in tomorrow's trading session. Keep an eye on the 20-day moving average, guys, over here. $164. And take a look at how this 20-day moving average at around $164 happens to coincide with a previous support back from early April that acted as such on 2 occasions. So I would like to see some sort of retracement. Say that buyers step in here near $164, and then we can see another bounce back up, maybe up to this very tough level of resistance, in my opinion, for the bulls of Tessie, near $178. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it, guys, from $164 up to say $178, you're looking at an 8% profit trade. Nothing to sneeze at. But we can also make the case that the bulls of Tessie are on fire. What happens if they are able to recapture $178? There is a gap, why not? Up to $200, guys. The 100-day moving average, which happens to be downward sloping. That implies that that level is going to be, it should be a tough spot of resistance for the bulls. But from, say, Tesla consolidates above 178, 179, from $180, say, once we have confirmed that the bulls were able to not only burst above $178, but also consolidate above that level. So from 178 up to 198, this is a 10% profit trade. But let me pull up here some VWAPs. And if I just told you guys that we have buyers trapped all over the place in the case of AMD, oh my God. Take a look at this, guys. We have buyers all over the place trapped at higher levels relative to the current price of Tessie. For instance, okay, take a look at this blue line that comes from the low of Tessie last year. You guys know that in early 2023, Tesla hit $100. So those buyers, as of now, or the market participants that started positions in Tesla back in early January of last year. So those market participants have an average price as of now of $207. They are losing money left and right over here. What do you guys think these market participants are going to do once Tesla hits $208? What do you think? They are going to sell the hell out of this stock, guys. I guarantee you that. And take a look at this other AV that comes from the high that Tesla hit last year. This was back in mid-July, near $300. So these market participants have an average price of $222. They are losing a lot of money here. What do you guys think these market participants are going to do if Tesla happens to hit $222 anytime soon? They are going to close their positions. So the technicals don't favor a sustainable rally for Tesla. The price action is going to show us, obviously, if that isn't the case, but we are still talking over here about a major downtrend. We have a lot of buyers trapped all over the place. So be careful with Tesla, okay? And by the way, I actually took a day trade yesterday with Tesla, with call options, with the guys of my Patreon. So this is a stock that we can trade, but at the same time, we have to be careful and not become too greedy because it is still in a major downtrend. So maybe, I don't know, some sort of retracement down to 164 could be an opportunity in order to take a bounce back up trade. And if Tesla breaks $178 and happens to be able to consolidate above $178 from a technical standpoint, this would be positive. Yeah. Or semi-positive, I would say. Let me see if we have any meaningful change when it comes to the market structure of Tesla, guys. Let me see if I can visualize, if I can spot over here any imbalance between buyers and sellers that could be encouraging. Not yet, guys. Take a look. The demand is still going down and the supply is rising. So, in my opinion, and from a technical and market structure standpoint, this stock is still guilty until proven innocent. We'll see what happens with Tesla. Okay. Mary says, Alvaro, please remind everyone to hit the like button. Yeah, guys, please go ahead. Hit the like button, please. Thank you for going BAC. Not a problem. Always. I am always available here to help you guys. How about Sofi? Okay, so we have Sofi. What else? XOM. You guys always ask about XOM. So, okay. CSSE. What is it? What is that? I don't know. Never heard of that stock before. CSSE. Chicken soup. Now, this is a penny stock. You need to ask Alpha, my good friend Alpha. Ask Alpha Trader about penny stocks, guys. I don't trade penny stocks. Sorry about that. I just don't do it. Alpha kills it, trading penny stocks. And I admire what he does, obviously, but I don't trade penny stocks, guys. So I cannot tell you anything about chicken soup. Yeah, Alpha Trader is the man for these kind of stocks. Yeah. Sofi. Let's go ahead and take a look at Sofi. Sure, Sofi. I saw the put recently of Sofi, and I was assigned 100 shares of Sofi. Oh, yeah, they post earnings next week, guys. Yeah, they do. So let's go ahead and take a look at Sofi. So what's the expected move of Sofi, guys? Let me see. Wow, the markets are very bullish, guys. So we have an expected move of 14% in the case of Sofi. And get these, guys. 80% of earnings whisper subscribers believe that Sofi is going to beat on both top and bottom line, EPS and revenue and stuff. And 66% of these subscribers of earnings whispers consider that the stock is going up once the report comes out. How about that, guys? What do you think? This is a stock that usually goes up when posting earnings, right? Let me see. Let me take a sip of 7-Up here once again. It's been such a long day for me, guys. You have no idea. Jesus. But well, once I'm done streaming with you guys, I'm gonna get a beer. So, SoFi went up on its last earnings report. On its second to last earnings report went up. Take a look at the pattern, guys. So, SoFi goes up like right away, right? Once it posts earnings. But once it goes on a tear, the rip gets sold, gets sold, guys. The same pattern, guys. So take a look. These are the most recent earnings reports of SoFi, guys. And take a look. 4 earnings reports ago, it went on a tear. The rip got sold. 3 earnings reports ago, goes on a tear. The rip gets sold. And on its second to last earnings report, the same story. SoFi went up for 2 days, and then it ended up going down. And the same story goes for the last earnings report of SoFi, guys. So it goes up always. But there's no conviction, guys. In order to, there's no conviction when it comes to the bulls in order to hold those gains. Thinking about, higher prices for SoFi. So, yeah, the technical chart doesn't. It doesn't look good, guys. We can make a case when it comes to these 2 moving averages, the 20 and the 5-day moving average, because the 5-day moving average is starting to upward slope. That is always positive, and the bulls were able to recapture today the 20-day moving average. So we have a potential gap up to this blue line that you guys can see over here, the 100 DMA. What happens if SoFi tomorrow goes on a tear because, I don't know, the markets keep going higher than the core PCE data report or price index, whatever that bullshit is, comes out better than expected? Say that SoFi opens the trading session somewhere between $7.70, $8 from, say, $7.80 up to the 100-day moving average that as of now is signaling $8.06. This could represent a 4% profit trade. So this could be a potential trade over here in the case of SoFi. In my case, guys, I don't like trading stocks below the 200 and the 100-day moving average. I do it eventually, okay? There are exceptions to the rule. So I would rather see SoFi above the 200 DMA, so above $8.50 before going long this stock. And by the way, the expected move I just told you guys is about 15%. So SoFi is going to go either up or down. Let me see, 15%. Wow, $1.50. This is a lot, guys. This is a lot. This is a $7 stock, and the expected move is $1.50, pretty much. Say, and SoFi post earnings on Monday, right? Pre-market, yeah, on Monday. So yeah, that's the expected move in the case of SoFi. I bought shares of SoFi at $7. Okay. When you're bringing in 3 amigos after hours. What kind? I would have a lager, I guess. Yeah, I would have a lager, I don't know. Some people here in Charlotte say lager, others say lager. So I'm going to have a couple of beers. Super tired today, guys. Okay, so we did... but hold on for a second, guys. Let me take a look at the market structure of SoFi. That can tell us about the sentiment of the markets, or we can confirm the very bullish sentiment of the market stores the report, because as I just showed you guys, take a look at this. 80% of earnings whispers subscribers believe that SoFi is going up. That SoFi is going to beat estimates, again, revenue, EPS, and stuff like that. And 66% of these subscribers of these subs believe that the response of the market is going to be positive, is going to be to the upside. Okay, market structure. So the demand went down, obviously, because SoFi has been going down recently, but it is starting to kind of, flatten out here, and the supply is trying to rise but below the level of the demand, so we cannot make any any meaningful case when it comes to the market structure. And AVWebs. Let me see if we see any important AVWebs here with Sofi. Let's see Sofi technology. Take a look, guys. Very important level here, guys. So the super long AVWeb that you guys can see over here, anchored volume weighted average price line, comes from the all-time highs of Sofi at $27. Jesus Christ, $27. My goodness. And these shorter AVWeb comes, but this one comes from the second to last earnings report. So let me display another one from here. Let me see. So let me display an AVWeb from the last earnings report of Sofi. Take a look, guys. So the market participants that started a position in Sofi from its last earnings report, as of now, they have an average price of $7.70. They are losing money, guys. So say that Sofi, $7.70. So yeah, any process of consolidation, guys, above $7.70 tomorrow, because Sofi is posting earnings on Monday, could be signaling that maybe we could see some sort of front running into the earnings report. So keep an eye on Sofi tomorrow, guys, above $7.70. If that were the case, that could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to fill this next important gap that I just told you guys about, up to the 100-day moving average near $8. If we could take this trade, guys, say from $7.70 up to the 100 DMA at $8.06, this could represent a 4% profit trade. So very bullish price action in minor time frames for Sofi if we see a process of consolidation above $7.70. Alrighty. How long? Wow, we are already 1 hour in, guys. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I went over to Sofi. What other requests do I have here? Let me see. ARQT. Let me see. And what else? ARQT, BMY. Okay, ARQT. Let's try to move quicker, guys. So I don't know this stock. This is a pharmaceutical stock. You have to be very careful with these kind of stocks because they are very volatile and super sensitive to news. This stock went down today 1.83%, and it closed the trading session at $8.59. Not a good looking chart, guys. Lower highs, lower lows, below, or the price action as of now is right below a downward sloping 5-day moving average. That isn't bullish. And over here, we can see the 100-day moving average upward sloping and crossing above the 200-day moving average. This would be, guys, a non-academic golden cross with a minor time frame crossing above a major time frame. So this is quote-unquote bullish, okay, if we are going to talk about a potential golden cross. So I don't know. I would like to see some sort of process of consolidation above the 5-day moving average, so above $8.80. If that were the case, maybe we have a potential gap up to the 20-day moving average that happens to coincide with a previous resistance back from early April. So from $8.90 up to $10.18, this could represent a 12% profit trade in the case of RQT. So, I mean, that's what I can tell you guys. Be careful. The fact that we have the 5-day moving average downward sloping, that implies that this stock is a no touch below $8.60. So below that 5-day moving average. Do I have the market structure of this stock available? Let me see. Arcutis Therapeutics. I have it, right? Yeah, take a look. The market structure looks awful, guys. Buyers are nowhere to be found. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand or buyers, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply, sellers. Take a look. There are no buyers. Buyers are literally nowhere to be found. And at the same time, the supply is rising. So this market structure is suggesting more downside, especially if the bulls are unable to recapture this downward sloping 5-day moving average. Alrighty. I already went over the SPY. Hip shop hitty. I already went over the SPY. You don't need to worry about the SPY, guys. Just keep an eye on my posts tomorrow, okay? I am going to be once again calling out balls and strikes over there, depending on the pre-market price action. And well, let's see what happens with the core PCE report, guys. That is going to be a market mover. Except for Google, I think. I don't know if after the unbelievable earnings report that Google posted today, I don't know if a potential, overheated core PCE price index is actually going to affect Google. I think that the momentum is crazy, it's super positive. Let me see. Thank you for all you do. See you tomorrow. Yeah, sure, guys. Absolutely. BMY. Let's see if I can wrap it up with BMY. I don't want the stream to be too long. Oh my God. What happened here? Earnings. Bristol Myers. Take a look at this disaster, guys. BMY went down today 8.51% and it closed the trading session at $44.70. By the way, guys, a learning moment here. Whenever you see a big drop, in the case of a big drop because of a bad earnings report or because some negative news came out, when it comes to stocks that have an important institutional participation, you need to let the dust settle. What do I mean when I say that? That you need to wait for at least 2 or 3 trading sessions. Because when it comes to stocks such as Bristol Myers, which has an important institutional participation, whenever we see a big drop, most of the hedge fund managers and most of the pension funds and stuff like that. So in other words, the big money of Wall Street needs to rethink what they are going to do with that certain position on that given stock. So whenever you see a Walmart, a Meta, a Google, a Microsoft, United Health, like big stocks, going down in a very aggressive way based on bad news, such as the case of Bristol Myers, because I can tell that they posted earnings and they obviously, we can say that the earnings report was disappointing. So whenever that happens, and you know that we are talking about an important company with an important institutional participation, you cannot buy the dip on the first trading session, because usually institutions or important, and Wall Street institutions and hedge funds and stuff like that, they need to let at least 2 or 3 trading sessions to pass by in order to make their decisions towards that stock. So in the case of Bristol Myers, I wouldn't be trying to buy the dip over here. The net aggregate opinion of the markets was already letting us know that something was super wrong with Bristol Myers. Why? Take a look. This is a major downtrend, below a downward sloping 200-day moving average, below a downward sloping 100-day moving average. The 20 DMA is also downward sloping, and take a look. So the pretty much the net aggregate opinion of the market was letting us know that something wasn't right with this company, and the ultimate confirmation was this earnings report. Let me pull up here. Wow, is this an all-time low for this stock? No, it isn't. Yeah, of course it isn't. So what could be the next support here, guys? If you want to be a hero and try to guess a bottom here, guys, and I don't know what this company posted, in order to make either a bullish or a bearish case in the case of BMY. So the next support could be $43, guys. Bristol Myers closed today's trading session at $44.70. Get this, guys. $43 is a previous support back from July of 2019. What a disaster, guys. I mean, just stay away from this. just stay away from this stock, guys. For real. What a disaster. What a disaster. Just wait for buyers to step in. Just wait for the price action to recover a bit. Maybe the 5-day moving average starts to upward slope. But don't try to guess a bottom here, guys. It isn't worth it. Nvda, we didn't do an Nvda, so we can wrap it up with Nvda. How about that, right? Goes up today 3.71%, and it closed the trading session at $826.32. By the way, guys, we have a big, I would say that a big moving market event for Nvda, because Supermicro posts earnings on Tuesday, I think. I think it is on Tuesday. Don't quote me on that, but I think that SMCI is posting earnings on Tuesday. So, in the case of Nvda, guys, any process of consolidation above the 20-day is bullish price action. $860. And take a look at how this 20-day moving average that as of now is signaling 800, yeah, we can round it up, $860 happens to coincide with a previous support for Nvda back from early April. So in my opinion, Nvda consolidates above $860. We have higher prices coming up over here. And if that were the case, the 5-day moving average, which as of now is downward sloping, is going to start to rise, which is also very positive. When I say this, I am talking about minor timeframes. When it comes to major timeframes, we still see over here, obviously, an upward sloping 100-day moving average and also an upward sloping 200 DMA. So a process of consolidation above $860, and I think that we have higher prices coming up for Nvda, and keep an eye on the report of SMCI. If SMCI posts a poor report, weak guidance, they miss on maybe revenue, EPS, and stuff like that, I think that Nvda is going to be negatively affected by that. In my opinion, I would be a buyer of Nvda above $860, or guys, we have an upward sloping 100-day moving average, and Nvda is, the poster child of artificial intelligence. Dips tend to get bought up. We just had a very positive earnings report from Microsoft, which is another poster child of this AI hype. So above 860, I would be a buyer, but I would also violate most of my trading rules if we happen to see a retest of $760. I would give it a shot at Nvda near $760. I will give it a shot. Okay, previous support back from mid-April. Okay, just because of the fact that this is the poster child of AI, and Microsoft posted a very solid earnings report today and stuff like that. So I would give it a shot at $760, as I just told you guys about. The fact that the 100-day moving average is upward sloping would in theory increase the likelihood for the bulls to find support at $760. Okay. First, I would confirm support over there, guys. Obviously, I'm not gonna be guessing support over there. I would actually see Nvda, in case of another pullback of the markets and stuff like that. I would like to see Nvda breaking $760 to the downside, and then buyers stepping in and having Nvda bounce back up and recapturing $760. That would be the better setup, the best setup in order to try to start a trade with Nvda near $756. Let me take a look at the market structure of Nvda. Let's see, what do we have here? Can we make any case? Take a look. The market structure doesn't look good, guys. The demand on top is decreasing and the supply is rising. By the way, guys, this market structure chart doesn't, let's say that doesn't reflect today's price action, because these charts are updated every 24 hours. So this is the market structure of Nvidia as of yesterday's close. But the fact that the demand is going down, makes me be somehow cautious over here. So above $860, I would go long Nvidia, or maybe I would try to be a hero here, catching maybe a falling knife at $760. Okay, and AVWebs, let's see. Before I wrap it up, guys, because the stream has been too long, and thank you very much, guys, for watching and listening. And take a look. Talk about AVWebs, guys. Take a look at this AVWeb. Take a look at this coincidence, guys. Take a look at the spot at which Nvidia found support that was last week, right? Or was it this week? Sorry. This was this week, right? On April 22nd. 3 days ago. Take a look at this anchored volume weighted average price line, guys. It comes from the first trading session of this year. Do you guys think that this is a coincidence? It is not. It is not. So what happened here, guys? The market participants that started positions on Nvidia since the beginning of this year, as of now, they have an average price of $760. And when Nvidia was falling off a cliff, they didn't capitulate. They held their positions. Even seeing their positions breaking even. These market participants said, I don't care, I am not closing my position on Nvidia. And guess what? It was a potential area of supply, because these market participants were about to break even, but they didn't capitulate. So they didn't sold out of their positions. Buyers stepped in, and Nvidia bounced back up from $760. And if I zoom out here, guys, let me see. Yeah, we cannot make any case when it comes to a previous level of support of support or resistance here, guys. Simply $760 coincides with the AVWeb that comes from the beginning of this year, and these market participants didn't sell out of their positions, and Nvidia bounced back up. Okay, there you go. And we had, obviously, guys, many market participants seeing that AVWeb. That's why it acted as support. Okay, so we had the convergence of two facts. The buyers that are, as of now, sitting at $755 when it comes to the average price, didn't sell out of their positions. And on top of that, we had a lot of traders taking a look at this AVWeb. That is an important one, guys. Yeah. Over here, we have the buyers that come from the beginning of the year. So the convergence of those two facts, and had Nvidia bounce back up from $760. Okay, guys, that is it. I am going to wrap it up. I need a beer. How about you guys? 1 hour and 18 minutes. Wow, this gotta be like the longest stream that I have done for you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I have a feeling that tomorrow we're going to have fun. Okay? Take care, guys. Thank you very much. See you guys on Discord, okay? Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.